it's Deanna and Justin.
When's the last time you actually rang somebody's doorbell?
Um, I feel like I do that at my dad's house a lot.
Like, do you like when you pull to his house? Do you just ring the doorbell and then he's like, "I'm here."
I mean,
And
not
you're here.
immediately because I have a
Yeah.
key, but they've changed locks over the years. So the key that I have that I've had for like 20 years only
Mhm.
works on the deadbolt and not the new handle.
Okay.
So sometimes if I go to unlock the door and the handle's locked, then I have to ring the doorbell. Like, let me in.
Like I probably won't. So I went to my friend's. She had a housewarming birthday party Saturday, and her house is higher than the house next to it. So they're row homes. So like
Okay.
the house next to it is lower, considerably lower, has a rooftop deck. Her house is like decently higher, has a rooftop deck. I had a hat on. Someone hugged me when they were going goodbye, and then my hat fell off the roof onto the neighbor's roof at
Oh,
1 a.m. Okay.
oh,
So naturally, like, I feel like there was two different trains of thought here. The women said, wait until tomorrow
yeah.
and ring their doorbell. And the men said, how can we traverse this? And we almost traversed it. My one buddy is 6'5". So it's like we could have lowered him down. There was bar stools. And he could have got back up and we could have got the hat. I was also going to fish for it. So whatever. It just
But like an
it's
actual fishing rod?
yeah, well, we were gonna get like a rope or an extension cord and put a coat hanger on it because when it fell, it perfectly landed like as a hat would on a couch cushion below, like on a like outdoor couch.
Okay.
And the back part, like the snap part, I could have 100% hooked with something.
You know what? I will back you up on that. I'm
I could have
confident
did it.
you could have gotten it.
But they just moved in, so like they didn't have like the random crap you acquire from living at a place for a while.
Yeah.
So I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. I walk out of their door. I mean, the doors are this far apart from each other, and I'm like, all right, I can either I'm at this point I'm reordering the hat because there's no way that I'm knocking on their door. So I walk past their door. I notice it's a Ring camera. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'll knock. So I ring the doorbell and like the little light starts going. And I expect them to not be there. So you can leave a message. Be like, hey,
Right.
just stick it on their porch next door. The lady like opens the door. The corgi starts barking. She's like, hey. And I'm like, last night, someone's hat blew off their head and landed on your roof. I didn't say me. And then she like yells for her husband, and then she gets it. But I was like, "There's no way I'm ringing this doorbell. Like, I can't. Absolutely not." I lied to them and said someone's hat blew off. Like I was
I think she
innocent,
figured it out.
huh?
I think she decoded it.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
when she handed you the hat and you like took it as your own.
I was like, "Yeah, okay, thanks," and then just left. And then there was just dogs barking. I mean, I ruined their day. The worst part was like my friends just moved in. And I asked if they knew the neighbors, and she's like, "Nah, they kind of shot me a dirty look when we moved in." I'm like, "Oh, I want to get my hat back." That was it.
Well, maybe this will be like the catalyst for them to become friends. Because
This
now
could be.
the whole conversation is going to center around that random dude's hat. And
Wait. Last week, I told you that my new realm is like recent divorcees, right? Like people are trying to set me up with people who are
yeah,
getting divorced, right? So I go to this party. My friend texts me and she's like, hey, so and so is getting divorced. And like I had a crush on her back in college or whatever. And I was like, cool. So like I got there. I mean, and she said is getting, which means like it's new. I got there and she was like with a guy. I guess that she brought as her boyfriend, but that girl also invited somebody else to
oh
be
no,
there. And I was like, she's doing her own rose ceremony at someone's birthday party.
Oh my gosh.
So good. I mean,
That's a lot. I'm
so
like,
good.
I don't know if I could handle that, having multiple people
Well,
that
some
I'm
people are nuts, Deanna. That's like the thing. Like, you
That's
got to
just,
remember, not everybody's on a level playing field. There's a
it
little.
just seems like a bad idea all around.
I like did it like the night rolled down, and then they were like, "Yeah, she like invited the guy, and then came with the guy," and I was like,
Ew.
"Not your party though. That's wild. Like if it was
Uh,
at her house, yeah, sure, do the
yeah,
bachelor."
she's treating it like her own party.
I just realized the pantry's open. My mom will be upset. There we go.
How can I ask you, how old is too old in your mind for friendship bracelets?
Now, well, like what? Like
What's now? We're like 9 years apart. So
like
what's
right
now?
now. No, like in your life and my life at the same time, right now. That's it.
Okay, well,
Do you mean like what? Describe the aesthetic of the friendship bracelet. Because like there's when I hear them now, right? I think of the Taylor Swift friendship bracelets.
okay,
Correct.
fair,
The
yeah,
view has changed because she's made them popular.
that's true. Uh,
Multiple beads.
it's not okay. I'm not talking about like you have half of a heart and I have the other half. That's
That's
not.
what I was kind of thinking that was where you're gonna go, but okay, so it's not
So I think I have invented or maybe repurposed adult friendship bracelets
that.
because
Okay.
my best friend came out here to visit me this past weekend.
Yeah.
And I took her to an area that's like full of kind of small shops and restaurants. So we bounced in and out of a lot of boutiques, a lot of jewelry stores, and we did some shopping.
Yeah.
And the one place that we walked into had these really, really pretty, like very delicate bracelets with like one tiny little gemstone in the center. It was just like a bunch of gold links and then the gemstone. And they had all different colors, all different kinds of gems, stones, whatever. And I turned to her and I said, we should get friendship bracelets.
Okay. You've already set yourself up here, but all right.
And she was immediately on board. She's like, this is a great idea. So I said, should we pick out each other's? Like, because they were all different, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
they were all different. It's not like we could get matching stones because they had one individual bracelet for each stone.
Mm-hmm.
So we went through and I said I would pick out like one of these for you. And she said, "Oh, I was going to pick out this one for you." And I said, "Okay, well then." So we grabbed our bracelets and we swapped. So she was holding mine and I was holding hers. And she said, "We should pay for each other's too." And
Okay.
they were the same price. So it didn't really make a difference financially, but it was
Yeah.
just the act of like making it a friendship bracelet. So she went up to the register and she paid. And then I went up to the register and I paid. And then we put them on each other. And now we have friendship bracelets.
Yeah. So I think you guys are dating now. I think that's what it is. I think now there's a throuple. Like I'm pretty sure that's like when you're 13, you're like, oh, we're 13. When you're 40, you're like, we're probably dating now.
Well, when you're 13, you go to Claire's and you get like the matching half a heart or, the
Yeah.
teddy bear hugging the little teddy bear. Like this is different. This is this
That's
is
it.
uh I think this is a little bit more elevated.
Here's the thing. There's no guy equivalent to this,
That's
right?
true.
What
What would
is
you
that?
do?
What is there? What are we? There's nothing. A
I don't
beer
know.
once in a while, but like if you buy drinks for your friends, it's not like exclusive.
Yeah, what would you do?
Like if I showed up with a bracelet to like one of my friends, was like, we should wear these. I think he would punch me in the face.
It's like the Friends
Maybe that's what it
episode.
is. Injuries is what we give each other.
It's like the Friends episode where Joey gives Chandler like a really ugly bracelet and he looks like a gigolo.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no guy equivalent to friendship bracelets. Insults? I don't know. Wait.
Tie bars?
Nicknames.
Nicknames?
Nicknames.
Oh, see, I'm trying to think of something tangible, like
Oh, okay.
cufflinks.
What's tangible? I don't even know what I like. Just liquor.
Cufflinks or a tie bar or like a money clip. I don't know what you people use.
And we know we got to stop doing is giving those out as groomsmen gift because we're never going to use them again.
You
know
don't
what
need
I mean?
500 money clips.
No, I got one like in high school. I used it for a little bit and then I lost it because it's a money clip. Like, stop. Who cufflinks? Like, number one, no one sees them.
And I feel like unless you're a millionaire, what do you need your own cufflinks for?
Yeah, like I'm not rolling around like I'm some like freaking Victorian dude like dressed
These
up.
are my initials.
Yeah, like these are my initials. I'm like, you already know my name. I don't need to have a marking. There really is nothing friendship bracelet equivalent that men have.
We got to find you something.
I mean, I'm good. Like, I don't. Number one, I don't want any more friends. I don't know. I'm guessing just there's nothing. A nickname, but like chicks give each other nicknames too. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing. So it's exclusively now male, female, like best friendsness. They could have something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what?
Or like another bracelet, or like a ring, or like that's marriage.
Well, a ring is marriage.
So, there's literally nothing. That's why you're dating your friend now. See, that's
we did get matching rings. Like she has a white one and I have a black one.
this also in the same trip.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is so much.
So I feel like, to summarize, aside from all that, I feel like you and I had each other's version of a weekend. You went to like a housewarming and I went to a concert where I was like yelling throwback jams at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, what's with Robin Thicke opening up the show? I thought that was
I don't know.
random.
And I got to tell you what, like I wasn't the most excited person because of the last time his name came up in a group of people. Like it wasn't great because I don't know, like he's always been kind of seen as like a predator or like, but he was, yeah. I even forget the story. I honestly forget why he was like in entertainment news.
I just assume that everybody is messed up. So then it's just like, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I think he did something inappropriate with Miley Cyrus. I don't remember.
I'm going to look it up now, but I'm not going to say it.
He was so good. His
hair doesn't move. That's how you know it's going to be a good show.
It's incredible. I mean, his whole portion of the show was amazing. He did like all these great covers and then his own songs and then Boyz II Men came on. And let me tell you something. We were the annoying loud girls at the concert for the first time in my life where we sang every song.
Mm-hmm. Did you sing? Well, you sing though. You sang the words. You didn't scream them at the top of your lungs.
Well, see, I was singing as loud as I possibly
That's could, fine.
Which was fine. Probably considered yelling because I was pretty darn loud. But Jackie's also a singer. She's like also a person who has the ability to sing very well. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe it wasn't that annoying, but also I have a feeling that people probably thought like, shut the F up. We didn't come here to hear you.
I think, was it just you two like there? Like you went with each other?
Yeah.
And you sang together?
Oh, yeah.
With your matching bracelets on? I think you're girls to more now instead of boys to men. That's it. People are probably like, good for you guys. Really? Good for you.
I mean, we had so much. There was actually a row of women behind us who were our age who complimented us on how much fun we were having. They were like, we love you too. You guys are just getting down. You are going for it. And I was like, that's either a really nice way of telling us to shut the F up,
Yeah.
or you actually really do admire our ability to have fun.
Because there's like, I ask about the screaming because there's a certain fandom, which I won't say. I am a fan of this person, but I will not
Mhm.
talk about the fandom. Who just like the whole goal is to scream the lyrics louder than the person next to them to prove how
Oh,
big of a fan you are.
yeah.
And that's horrifying. And like I see it in that. That's honestly, if I see people screaming lyrics, like now, that's how I can tell. Like, oh, this person's going to be huge. We should play their music more. There's a few people like that, but like the whole point is to just scream your face off to show that you're a bigger something
Right.
than the person next to you, and then cry, and then analyze what she was on stage. Like I'm like, what are we doing here?
And then scream again.
Just scream, and then like a certain fan. I'm not going to say it because they get. I mean, I doubt they'll find this, but if they do, they were mad that someone walked out with someone at a show the other night, and I was like, well, maybe he's a fan of certain someone.
I know. I saw that.
For no reason. They just get mad. I'm like, all right, okay, moving on before we get canceled. I think they have like robots that like find this stuff.
I
Like
don't know
just
how people do all this sleuthing.
no, they'll find this, and then they'll show up on my lawn
Oh,
and just they'll pelt my house with friendship bracelets that they made, not ones they went and bought for each other, but like fully beaded ones that have little razor blades on the end, and
oh my gosh.
they friendship bracelet razor blade you to death.
They laced your bracelet.
Yeah, just little death by 1,000 cuts from friendship bracelets. It's like a little ninja star.
Oh my god.
They will swiftly take care of me. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
There.
We had our we had everything painted. Like there used to be yellow behind me,
Yeah.
and then it was like a maroon in the other room, and now it's all grayish, which might be one of the worst words I've ever heard in my entire life.
Very nice. It looks new, you can tell.
Yeah, but like yeah. So then we're just moving stuff. And of course, the things that our mothers do, and they go, "When I die, what do you want?" I go, "Don't want to think about it, but all right, here we go." I
Right.
don't want the china cabinet because no one has them.
Right. Yes, I agree. When
Like
we
it's
were
just there.
registering for our wedding, my mom tried to get us to register for China, and I was like,
Yeah.
people don't use China anymore. That's not how this goes.
Do you see those nice China-ware plates at Costco that you throw out? Like they're pretty nice looking. You know
Like,
what I mean? You just
I would
drop them.
rather I would rather have like a very trendy dishware set, like the square, not square dishes, but like how the edge is
Yes,
square.
roundish.
Yeah, round, but it's like a deep dish.
I know what you're talking about. It goes like this,
Yeah.
like a flower.
Yeah, like give me a really cool dish set. I don't want China. We
No.
don't do that anymore.
Do you want also? There's like precious moments too. Remember those things?
I don't want those.
But I saw here's where I was like, this is a genius thing. There's people online who like go to thrift stores, they find precious moments, and then they'll like shave certain parts off and glue other parts on and paint them. I saw someone make a Travis Kelce Taylor Swift one. I saw someone make they make sports ones out of them. They customize them to look like you. And I was like, this is smart because no one really wants, like our age, no one really wants the precious moments anymore. But if you make them look cool, they'll put them on their desk at work. That's like the big thing.
I have not seen this repurposing of the precious moments statues.
Let me see if I can find it. I guess it's like I thought it was smart because like clearly they're not as popular. If I type in repurposing precious moments, if I can find some images. Okay. I'm going to share this. All right. How do I do it? Present. Share screen. Share screen. Select tab. This is the tab I want. Share. Like, look.
Oh, okay.
You
Here,
see,
hold
you
on.
see this one? It's a zombie.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh, that is
I
terrifying.
know. And then this one. Like, see? This one's cool right here. There's a turkey. There's Travis Kelce. Like, they just make him look cool. The Grinch.
I don't know about that.
Not into it.
No, this is not my thing.
This one's horrifying. This
I
is what I
already
like.
think dolls are creepy.
This is,
Oh my
yeah.
God, they made it look like a hocus pocus.
I like it. Don't I like it? It looks good.
I don't, that looks terrifying.
But I love watching the videos on TikTok. I'm gonna stop now. Because they like shave it and then smash it and then they make it new. I'm like, this is smart.
If you need a new hobby, you can repurpose
Repurposing precious moments.
precious moments.
But like I was talking to Dad about the China cabinet, and he goes, well, what part would someone take? And I go, the bottom part, and they'll just make it a bar, which is kind of what we did at the shore. Like we just took an old China cabinet, took the top off, and
Right.
then like the hutch has a ton of storage, and then you just make a bar out of it. And I was like, see, that's smart, you know?
I don't know.
It's just
Can
in there.
we talk about how, do you remember a couple years ago when we were we weren't really experiencing it, but we were watching other people experience Hurricane Ian, and how
Yeah.
I freaked out because my stepdad
Wouldn't leave.
he chose to stay on the 24th floor of his condo building in
Yes,
the
he
middle of
wouldn't leave.
Hurricane Ian.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then he said that he would never do that again. He would never stay for a hurricane ever again because he learned his lesson. He was terrified.
And guess what?
Guess where he is during Hurricane Debbie right now?
Same apartment.
He's in Fort Myers, Florida.
It's just a lot of rain. That's what I've kind of concluded from watching the news. Just so much rain.
Yeah, hopefully it passes pretty quickly, pretty swiftly without doing any real damage. But I was like, you lied. You're still there.
That's because like then it's the same thing when you wake up on Sunday and you go, I'm never drinking again. And then 1 o'clock rolls around and you're like, guess I'm getting hammered.
Guess I'll have Hair the dog.
Yeah, so that's the same thing in the moment. And then when it comes around, you're like, yeah.
True. And I'm not in Pennsylvania right now. So if he came back, he would just be staying at my house and hanging out with my husband.
That's it. Yeah, they would just have a little party. See, then they would drink together.
They would have a hurricane party.
Wait, speaking of drinking, for the second year in a row at this party, because my friend had a birthday party last year in her old house, I accidentally drank non-alcoholic beer again. And it's gotta be clearly labeled. It's gotta be.
Yeah. You know what? The Heineken label's confusing because you have to look.
Yeah.
Like you have to look.
You know what's the crazy thing about the Heineken NA and then the regular Heineken is that they're trash. So they're the grossest beer ever. I'm telling you. Anything in a green bottle. Gross.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't love the Heineken non-alcoholic. It didn't do great things for my tum tum.
Yeah, it tastes like you're drinking dimes.
I really liked
currency.
the Stella non-alcoholic.
So last year I'm drinking this beer, the Athletic beer, which I will tell you is delicious, even though it's not alcoholic. It's really good. But now, like every time I see it, I go, what can I mix it with to make it alcoholic? So I drank it last year, and then someone goes, oh, it's not alcoholic because like 1 or 2 people didn't drink and they were just whatever.
Right.
So this year I go in, I grab a beer, I drink it. It's alcoholic. Then I grab another one, I start drinking that. And then my friend walks up and she goes, that's not alcoholic. And I went, that's why it tastes like the worst beer of all time. So I gave it to my other buddy who can't drink because he had surgery. So then like an hour goes by and I open the fridge and there's a plethora of beers I've never heard of, but the labels look good and they say like double IPA. So I load my pockets up because we're going to the rooftop. And then I go, let me go back in the fridge to check something. And they're all non-alcoholic. So then I'm in the kitchen taking the beer out of my pants, my pockets, and putting it back in. And people are like, what is going on? It happens every year now. I just like grab one and it's not alcoholic. We have to not mix them together. There should be a separate cooler,
Separate
much like how
fridge. Yeah.
juice at parties is separate from the beer, right?
Yeah, separate cooler, totally. I'm down with that. I mean, to avoid confusion for both people because you didn't go there to not drink and some
Yeah,
people went there and can't drink.
can't drink or choose not to drink. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
right.
But now it's to the point where I'm like, what can we mix this with? Because it tastes good. That's what I'll tell you what. I drank one and I was a different one by accident. I was like, I could stop drinking. And then like 4 hours went by and I went, nah, I'm good. It's an inevitable thing though. Like I tell people this all the time. I'm like, at one point I'll just stop. I don't know when. I don't know why, but that'll be it.
Yeah, see,
My service thing.
I was like really cutting back for a while. It was making a huge difference just in my, I don't, my whole genetic makeup. But I felt way better, right, when I was down to like, I would say maybe like 2 cocktails a week.
Yeah.
Like total. And now I live in a neighborhood where everything is so accessible and I'm just walking everywhere.
Yeah, it's like almost like you moved to a town that is solely based on drinking.
Yeah, and I've been like fighting with Jacob about where we're going to buy a house because, he's looking in the outskirts of the city and like the suburbs. And I'm like, I want to be as close to the city as possible because everything's walkable and so convenient. And now I'm realizing that the more I have to walk to, the more I walk to.
Yeah, because you're like, let's just go do it. Let's go check some stuff out.
Yeah. It's good and bad. I'm getting exercise, but I'm also consuming more.
The best thing, honestly, about the walkable city is that your car will last longer.
That's true.
So, like, once you pay it off, you're like, all right, no, I don't have to, like, it'll last forever. But also, you can walk to a ton of bars, which is the best. It's also like, that's the thing, though. Here's what the walkable places. You can walk to the bars. And then when you go to the bars more, you get more free drinks. So technically you save money. And that's girl math.
Girl math is the calories from the cocktails do not matter because I burnt them by walking to the bar.
And that's then you become friendly with the bartenders. So you get more free drinks.
That's also girl science.
Girl science. We've just invented girl science, tied in with girl math. Next will be girl STEM, science, technology, and math. What does STEM stand for?
Girl STEM would be like,
wait,
I'm drinking or eating this particular thing to see if I can build an intolerance.
Okay. It's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I said science, technology, and mathematics. Just stretch the E out,
Oh, boy.
Girl STEM, girl science, girl math. And girl drinks because, you're going to be drinking at the... Speaking of, like, weird-looking drinks, I don't know why I went girl drinks to weird drinks. Dunkin' Donuts is going to have, like, this purple coffee. It's like half purple, half black coffee. I don't know. It's good. I think it's purple creamer. I think it's purple creamer. I mean, the picture I saw is like purple. Purple. Because like all the Halloween stuff's out already.
I don't know if I
now, August 5th.
Now, I mean, I've had a purple coffee from Starbucks because it was like lavender powder.
Okay, that makes sense.
Coffee.
I just was.
Is that what this is?
I guess. I just saw like the menu come out. And then I saw something. They have a spider donut. So it's a donut, and then they put the donut hole that they cut out of it back into it. And I went, there's a more efficient way to do this than to just re-hole the hole. You already don't punch the hole out.
It probably looks prettier though.
Yeah, just like you kind of just like put a different hole there.
Creates more work, but looks pretty.
Yeah, just in my mind, I go, this is not logical, but I'll still eat it. Even though all their donuts kind of taste the same. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
They're like kind of.
It doesn't really matter which one you get.
No, they all.
Unless you got like their pumpkin donut. That's a totally different flavor.
Which tastes like the other ones just with pumpkin. There's no real difference. I do like their dark roast coffee, though. It's probably the best dark roast coffee out there. So if you ever want to sponsor us, they won't trash us because I said that all the donuts taste the same. They know. They have to know the donuts taste the same. But it's convenient and cheap. That's the thing.
That's true.
They're like, should we diversify our donuts? I'm like, nah, dude, just throw some different toppings on them. The people won't know. They don't care. We've already got them addicted to Dunkin' Donuts.
All right. Before we go? We got a message from Sunday, September 8th is Hero Day in honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So this is an event that is being held in Newark, Delaware, from noon to 4. And I'm just going to probably repost all of this info on our Instagram to make it easier to access. But there's going to be a blood drive. Blood Bank of Delmarva is going to be there. You can register for bone marrow donations as well. There's just going to be like a bunch of stuff happening, and it's all superhero themed. So it's like family friendly. It's going to be at the Newark Charter School from noon to 4 on September 8th. So save the date, and then we'll post the info on Deanna and Justin in the Moment social media, and you can find it there. But want to give a heads up because it's a month away.
It is August. Summer's over. Everybody will cry.
Well, it's not really over, but we're getting down. We're trickling down here.
Labor Day, then it's over. But then it's also hot for like 2 months. See, like once Labor Day hits, I'm like, are we doing hoodies and shorts? Because that's the best time of year.
Or at least just like long sleeve shirts and shorts. Like I am ready for that weather.
Hoodie, like I almost put a sweater on last night. I was sitting watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
Which, let me tell you, I think the Olympics have saved my life because I'm so bored that if I didn't watch all these sports that I've never seen before, I don't know what I'd do. And I'm very into them too. Except swimming's over. There's a lot of swimming. Maybe we cut back on the swimming.
There is a lot of swimming. Like
there's a lot.
Anything else?
Maybe we cut back. But I love watching. Here's why I love the Olympics. I like watching Simone Biles and then the women's soccer just absolutely decimate people. No holds barred. Just fight. Just poop on them. That's exactly why. Domination. I don't care what's going on here. I'm watching them beat the crap out of some Frenchman. That's all I want to say. It's the best.
Oh, boy.
I'm really into handball, too. I like how handball is one of the most popular sports in the world, and we played it in gym class in America. The gym teacher was hungover. All right, playing handball because I've got a hangover. Meanwhile, the Lithuanians, they're making billions of dollars playing handball.
This is an Olympic sport.
We play because someone drank too much the night before on a Sunday.
And we were too old for the parachute game.
Yeah, that was. Hey, are you guys claustrophobic? Too bad. All 30 of your classmates under a giant vinyl balloon that will make you sweat if it touches you.
Oh my gosh.
Screw your fears.
Yeah, what was with that thing? Why did we love it so much?
Just go like this real quick. I loved it. All right.
Oh boy. All right. Well, that's all the news I had. I've made a couple updates to our website, so deannaandjustin.com. Check it out. And I think that's it.
That's it. The toilet keeps going off randomly, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I was hoping you couldn't hear the construction happening outside my window.
No, I just have the toilet's and then it just goes away. It's the ghost pooping. It's the ghost. Imagine if that's how you find out that you have a ghost. Like it just keeps flushing the toilet. What a horrible way to find out you have a ghost. It's like my water bill's tripled because Mary Elizabeth from the 1700s got her head cut off, keeps flushing the damn toilet. Like, oh, it'd be terrible. If you're gonna be a ghost in my house, be freaky. Like, do some weird stuff. Move some things. Don't flush my toilet.
If you're gonna be a ghost in my house, be freaky.
Just be freaky. Be freaky. Freak, not like sexy freaky. Well, I don't know. We'll see. If you're gonna be a ghost in my house, be hot, right?
This has gone too far.
Like,
I should have cut us off 6 minutes ago.
What kind of corset we rocking? You know what I mean? How fluffy is your dress thing? I don't even know what they call it. The thing that keeps the dress up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what they call it.
I don't know the name.
Come hither. Come hither and let me see them things. All right, let's go.
Okay, this is over.
Bye.
Bye, mayonnaise.